Bradley will not rush. It doesn't fear. They're going to set return. Here's a good snap. It is away. Sort of a low line drive. Rogers can return it. He'll take it at the 16, trying to get out right to the 20, to the 23, before he's brought down maybe the 24-yard line. First and 10 for the Bears, and Cleveland Ford at that point. 3-0 Bears at 2:43. Boy, it's been a quick first quarter, Earl.
Yes, it has. And that was a good defensive stand. After those first 2 runs by Isaiah Davis, as Brian pointed out, hey, the Bears adjusted and put the lights out. Right now, let's see, that was a 31 plus, let's see, they were kicking from the 47.
47, yep.
So to the 19, that was a 28-yard punt.
Here come the Bears again.
Return.
Twins left side. Wilson, of course, in the backfield, man in motion, will shift over. This will be Knox Watson to the H-back position. They'll hand to Jackson, trying to go to the left side. Behind Watson's block, he will spring forward. Boy, he had nothing and fell forward for a gain up to the 27. A gain of right at 4. Call it second down and 6 for the Bears. At 2:33 to go in the opening quarter play here. That is Taziki's first quarter play. It's been a great night weather-wise, and boy, there's a crowd and a half here. Just look at this side. It is absolutely standing room only here on the Bradley side, and hundreds of people standing behind the rails, we call it, the Railbirds. Same side situation on the Cleveland side. Bradley with Twins left side now. Walker with the snap. Goes to Wilson, no fakes. Wilson goes out here. Jay Allen Terry. He's up to the 25 to the 30 and spinning free, and he's going to be close to a first down depending on the mark. And it's going to be right there. We'll see. Can't see where they marked it out of bounds. It's going to be put down at the 34. That's going to be a 1st and 10, guys. Then they'll move the 6. Another first down for the Bears, and Cleveland Ford at the Bradley 34-yard line. So he got a pickup, 7 yards for the first down there.
4 first downs now for the Bears, 2 for the Raiders.
Again, a long look to the sidelines for the Bears. Twins right. They have the H back there with Watson. Walker steps up. They've changed the plays. Jackson to the right side, and they'll hand to Jackson Wilson. He goes to the right side. He'll bring it forward from the 34 to the 35 and on to the 39. Boy, you just think you've got him down, and he just keeps pumping those legs.
He keeps those legs moving, and he's just hunting for the extra yard, extra 2 yards. He was finding it that time, went from the 34 up to the 39. Didn't have great blocking, but he just found the seams.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4 for the Bears. Twins to the left side this time. And Jackson, he is the workhorse. He says, give me the ball. Just give me the ball. He's a good kid. Here's a handoff to Wilson. He'll hit the middle this time and fall forward for maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go for a first at the Bradley 40-yard line. They mark it right dead on the 40. It will be 3rd and 3 for the Bears. Their first possession ended in a 36-yard field goal by our senior Grant Haney. As the first quarter clock's down to 31 seconds right now. Coming out of the game for the Bears will be Eli Duncan. Jarius Rogers, Dugan far out to the right side. Probably the final play of the quarter, unless it's going to stop the clock. Here's a pass underneath. Complete! A great catch, Jalen Terry. Under heavy traffic, caught over a defender for the first down out to down to the 49 of Cleveland.
And Gary, that was one that you have to say he was well covered.
Yeah.
And somehow Jay Allen jumped as high as he could and just took the ball away. Great catch, and he did that on his own.
Hey, Earl, I had already cringed down here. That was an interception going the other direction.
He was well covered.
And he come in. He not only broke up the interception, just caught the ball and kept going. It was an amazing catch.
Walker now 5 for 5 in passing for the Bradley quarterback. 6 for 6, actually. 6 for 6. Twins either side for the Bears now. The snap. They'll go to Wilson. Hits the middle. He's to the 50. Down to the 45. He'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 yards at the 45. 2nd and 6 coming up. That will be the last play of the first quarter here on the Buzz. 101.3. So after 1 quarter play, the Bears on the drive at the Cleveland 45. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 to go. They lead it 3-0. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here on the Buzz 101.3 as we just complete our Taziki's first quarter play.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
We start the second quarter. The Bears are second down and 6 at the Cleveland 45-yard line, leading it 3-0 here on the Buzz 101.3. Bradley has twins to the right side this time. H back out there with Watson. Jackson in the backfield with Walker, and he will take the handoff, hit the middle. No, fake to him, and a pass in the flat's going to be complete, but it's going to lose yards. Jarius Rogers caught it. Had to pull it in. He bobbled it out there, and he's going to lose a good 5-6 yards. At least going to be 3rd and long now.
Yep, I'm with you. I thought Wilson had the ball.
I did too.
Then he picks it up and tries the little flare pass out, and that goes for a -6.
He completed it, so he's 7 for 7, but he lost. He bobbled the ball, and that threw his timing off when he caught it. So Bears in a long 3rd and 12 situation, now back at their 49, leading at 3-0 here in the second quarter of play. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our trivia question for Pizza Hut Large Pizza, and also on our Southline Finance halftime show. Should have Jennifer Moore here and a couple of cheerleaders talking about something coming up for the cheerleaders. Bears set, trips right side. Walker back, looking, throwing. Long one downfield, way down the field, intercepted. Overthrown and taken away by Cleveland High School's number 4. That'll be Bennett Smith, I believe. No, number 6. 6. That'll be DJ Adams on the interception, way down to the 19-yard line. Just into double coverage. He's a little bit overthrown that time. Intended receiver, J. Allen Terry. So Raiders stop the Bear drive. They'll take over 1st down 10 at their 14-yard line, right on the 14-yard line at 11:01 to go here in the first half of play now on the Buzz 101.3.
You know, fellas, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. It was 3rd and long, and the Bears, that's the same thing as a punt.
Well, that's what Damon has said over and over.
Right.
A long interception like that, and you've got maybe better than a punt if you can hold them now.
Boy, I tell you, number 72 for the Raiders is a big boy.
We call him Sir.
Yeah, I see.
Handoff in the backfield. Running back in the middle. He's got 5. He's got 10. And brought down finally. Is that Davis again?
Nope. That's number 10.
That's going to be
Zemborski.
Lucas Zemborski, who was a transfer in from Blackman, I believe it was. 1st and 10 for the Raiders now at the Bradley 27.
Earl, I believe number 72 is Mr. Kilauea.
He sure is.
I agree. I'll go with that.
Well, that's close. Kahalauea, I believe. Worked on that all week. Still got it wrong.
Sounds better.
Here's a handoff, and it's going to be stopped after no gain. Actually, a loss on the play. Boy, there's a host of Bears there. Stopping. That's going to be number 23 on the carry, Isaiah Davis. He will take a timeout. 2nd down and 12 after a loss of 2. Cleveland players looking at the sidelines now. We're at 10-12 in the first half of play. What's been a quick first half. Glad to have you with us here on the Buzz 101.3. Boy, that concession stand line, Earl. It goes all the way down under the street almost. Look at that.
Yep.
Here's a handoff again. It's going to be not Davis this time, but boy, another loss on the play as Bradley's defense is really geared to stop the run right now. Give him back to the 25. Brian Beard on the carry that time. Actually, a loss of a yard.
First time we've seen Beard.
3rd and 13 to go. Let's see if Beard stays in there. Beard stays in the game. Lucas Zemborski in there as well. Of course, Lambert's the quarterback. He is a senior, I believe. I have to look him up here in a moment. And here we go. 3rd down and 13. Back to pass, looking. And hits underneath. It's going to be a little in the flat 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Micah Jordan.
And Micah Jordan brought down in Bradley territory at the 46-yard line. But a 1st and 10 for the Raiders after a long pass play. Gets them out of 3rd and long.
Yeah, from the 25, cross midfield, 29 yards on that one to Jordan.
At the Bradley 46 now. Bradley's defense reacting quickly. Handoff this time inside to Beard, and he'll be hit maybe a yard. Man, they are just punishing him tonight. Going to be Gage Anderson, Don Jones on the tackle. Knox Watson there for the Bears. Give him a half a yard, maybe 2nd down and a long 9.
Forward motion, maybe a yard.
Ball moved down to right at the 45. got a little bit less than a yard. We'll give him a full yard on that. Looking to the sidelines. In the backfield is Beard with Lambert. Trips out left side. Maybe a passing play here. They've used Beard a lot in here. Look like there's in motion. Beard in the middle. He'll have some yardage. Boy, he's another tough cookie. Hard to bring down. He'll get down to the 41. A gain of 4. Going to be 3rd down and 5 after a gain of 4. Gage Anderson again. We've called his name a lot tonight. They're at the Bear 41. Possible 4-down territory depending on this play here. Clock's at 8:07 in the half. Lambert looks to the sidelines. He's a 6'2", 205-pound senior. He'll put a man in motion, looking left, throwing left. He's going to be complete. Runs into his own player, but he's going to have
Broadnax.
Broadnax will have it, and I believe he's got the Cleveland first down. Yes, he does. Down to the Bear 31, a 10-yard gain for another Cleveland Ford and Cleveland High School 1st and 10 as they're on the drive here. Bears need to get another defensive stop like they did the last time.
That was a 10-yarder. Gives them a first down. First down number 4 for the Raiders. Bears have 5.
At the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins either side for the Raiders. Lambert set, barking the signals, puts his man in motion.
Davis.
That's hitting the middle. The Isaiah Davis down to the 27 or so. Gain of right at 4. 2nd down, 6 to go at the Bradley 27. 7:05 now in the period. It'll be under 7 when they snap the ball. Again, looking to the sidelines for the next play to be signaled in. That's what everybody does anymore. Out of the shotgun, you don't huddle up. They signal play him to the sidelines. And we're set to go again. And now they'll step in, the official will, and stop. I believe he's trying to get another player in there. They've sent one out, I believe. Probably a mouthpiece violation. And they give you time to get the other play in there. Play clock is running for Bradley Concrete at 20 seconds. Lambert back, looking across the middle. It's going to be complete. That'll be Micah Jordan, and he's going to be down inside the Bear 15 to the 13 or 14. Be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders, and Cleveland Ford at that point. And right at the 14-yard line, be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Trying to push it in, take the lead here.
13 yards on that pass.
6:25 in the half now. Again, signal the play in. Halftime, we should have the Cleveland band. It's over there. I see them. The Bradley band is down below on our Southland Finance halftime show. Lambert takes the snap, hands it off to Davis. Nothing. Hits the middle. I don't even know if he made the line. Nope, he lost.
No, he lost a yard. Yep.
Back to the 15. 2nd down, 11 to go. Duncan on the tackle for the Bears. 2nd and 11 come up at the Bear 15. Clock's at 5:45 and a half. It has been a quick first half. Our first game this year, we started the 3rd quarter at 9 o'clock. We hadn't even hit 7:30 yet. We're 5 minutes away from halftime. Here's a low snap. Lambert picks it up. It's over a busted play. He's going to throw it into the end zone. It's going to be
right out of his hands. That's number 6, DJ Adams.
Defending was Max Wilson. Looked like he might have tipped the ball. It's going to be 3rd down, 11 to go. 3rd and 11 for the Raiders at the Bradley 15.
And they've got the ball right in the middle of the field, Gary. If they don't pick this up, we may see another field goal attempt on the Raiders' part.
Sure could.
3rd and 11 right here. Big play right here.
Bennett Smith would be the kicker. I assume he kicks field goals. He does the kickoffs and punts. Lambert has Davis in the backfield. And there's another bad snap. Lambert running for his life. He's going to be running. He's not going to get anywhere near the first down. Chased out of bounds. It's going to be 4th and about 10 to go. That play was messed up with a bad snap there from the get-go.
It was bouncing around. He had to pick it up off his shoe tops.
Here comes it, field goal
gets
team.
About a yard, so yeah, field goal attempt coming.
1
line
yard
of scrimmage is at the 14, so about the 21. It'll be a 31-yarder.
4th and...
Let's mark it a 30-yarder. I think we're going
right
to mark
at the 20,
right
on the right
20.
hash mark. Bennett Smith out there to punt. I'm not sure who his kicker, I mean not punt, but kick. Here comes the snap. There it is. It's a low snap. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it is good. So at 5:13 in the half, we have field goals by either team, and we're tied at 3-3 at 5:13. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on the bus. 101.3. Back in just 1/2 minute. Three at 5:13 and a half. 3-3 our score. Both teams with field goals. Cleve's a 30-yarder by Bennett Smith. Bradley's a 36-yarder by Grant Haney. So that's where we stand, folks. 3-3 and a very, very quick first half so far. 5:13 to go in the half. We'll try to give you an update of other scores on Elder's Ace Hardware scoreboard. Most games start at 7:30, but in the Region 2-6A play, the meeting with the region team said we're going to play all of our games at 7, but Cleveland still plays theirs at 7:30, but we're playing all of our games here this year at 7 o'clock.
And that, Gary, is almost a replica of the Bears. They both had long drives. That was a 72-yard drive after that interception by D.J. Adams. They took it to the 14, settled for a 20-yard Bennett Smith field goal. Just like earlier in the first quarter, Grant Haney kicked a 36-yarder after a 60-yard Bear drive. So very similar offensive drives here in the first half.
Smith again to kick off, this time the near hash marks. Back deep for the Bears, the usual quartet of J. Allen Terry, Jarius Rogers, who is the deep man, one of the deep men. And here comes Bennett Smith's kick. Well, at some point, yeah, here he comes. Smith approaching the ball, puts the foot to the ball. It's going to be taken at the fair catch. At the 21-yard line, Taylor Dugan makes a fair catch at that point at the 21. Be a first and 10 for the Bears at that point. So the Bears with 5:10 to go in the half now in a 3-3 game here on the Buzz 101.3. Next week, right back here, McMinn County, the Cherokees, our longest foe of all time, begin playing in 1927, the second longest rivalry in Tennessee now. Rockwood and Midway. The longest, they started in 1924. So here come the Bears with J. Allen Terry, one of the receivers. Walker at quarterback. Alex was to his left. Bradley with twins right side. Single man left. Man in motion, J. Allen Terry. They will fake to him, hand it in the middle to Wilson. He'll hit the middle, and he'll have a yard or two maybe. Out to the 22, maybe 1 yard. 1 yard, 2nd and 9. Bradley still plunging into that middle over and over and over. And the clock's at 4:52 now. Bradley splits out twins left. And Cleveland jumps. There's a penalty on the Raiders.
That will help.
5-yard mark off, make it 2nd down and 4 to go. Move the ball up to the 27-yard line. 27-yard line, they'll spot it. A beautiful night for football, and it's a gorgeous setting here to Earl.
It is.
It just can't get any better than this in high school football in Tennessee.
It is a beautiful, beautiful setting, and the crowd across the way is not as big as the Walker Valley crowd last week.
Nope. And Bradley moves in the line, right guard moved. They saw that. I saw that too, and Cleveland pointed out it's going to be procedure on the Bears. Back them up 5.
Oh, we'll give it right back to them.
2nd down and 9. 2 penalties each way now for both teams. Clock stopped at 4:34. Yep, the left guard, or right guard got a little bit anxious. They're going to change plays now after that 5-yard marker. They'll back it up. Play clock is at 17 seconds for Bradley Concrete. The snap. Nope, the fake on the head. Wide open. It's going to be Knox Watson to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds, and what a call.
Inside the 20.
What a call that was. They'll mark him right at the 21-yard line from the 22.
All right, so 28 plus 29.
57.
57-yard pass.
First and 10 for the Bears, and Cleveland
Knox
Ford
was wide open.
Yep.
Surprised us right across the middle.
That was the punt play, pass play right there. That was what was going to be. So Bears on first and 10 now, clocked at 4:08. 3-3 our score here on the Buzz 101.3. Glad to have you with us, folks. Walker, Twins left side. Jackson Wilson in the backfield, takes that handoff, hits the middle. He's going to have a yard or two down inside the 20. Let's give him to the 19, a gain of 2, second down and 8 to go. Wilson really the workhorse here in the first half. He's had a ton of carries. But he will tell you, give it to me every time. I'll take it every time. He is a junior. He'll be back. Jalen Terry, just a sophomore. He'll be back. Alex Walker, junior. He'll be back. Marcus Goree, a junior. He's back. Jarius Rogers, a junior. Dugan, a senior. Young Bradley team. Here's a handoff again to Wilson going to the left side. He's going to step forward for a yard or two, maybe a yard to the 18. Going to be third down and about 7 to go for Jackson Wilson and the Bears at the Cleveland 18-yard line. We have matching field goals. Our score 3-3 with 3:13 now in the half.
You'd almost think the Bears would have to pass if they want to get the first down. We're definitely in Grant Haney field goal range, but 3rd and 7.
They're going to take a timeout, I believe, here.
Is definitely what I would think, you would think, is a passing situation, but I don't know.
Letting the play clock run. Brad's going to call time here. The players come to the sideline, I believe. And there's the timeout. They'll call it with 1 second on the play clock at 2:47 to go in the first half. We'll take one with them for Tzatziki's, a 60-second timeout. 1 minute.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Back here live after the Bradley Central timeout with 2:47 to go. It's 3rd and 7 for the Bears at the Cleveland 18-yard line. Let's see what they cook up here. Twins left side. Wilson in a setback position there. Walker's going to pass into the end zone. Here's the pass.
Baby.
It's going to be touchdown.
And there's a flag.
Bradley sent. No, it's incomplete, but there's a flag interference.
I
thought he had
on the Bears.
I think it was offensive interference.
It was.
Yep.
I believe he had the pass.
Yeah, Brian, you were right there where you had to focus on that one. You saw what I saw from up here, a little push-off.
Interference on the Bears.
It was ever so slight, fellas, but the Mr. Referee's going to get that.
Yeah. I'm not going to jump up and down and criticize him on that one because I saw what he saw.
Marcus Goree on the defensive play, I guess you could say. That'll back it. Theirs up from the 19 or from the 18.
Yep. The problem with that is it makes it a little tougher on Grant Haney if you don't pick this up because that's a big penalty right there.
They'll replay the down after they mark it off. They've not marked it off yet. Bradley's about the line ready to go, but they're just holding the ball. I'm not sure what the holdup is here. Cleveland may decline this.
Oh.
Would they?
I can't.
And now here comes the official to the sidelines.
Offensive pass interference. Okay.
And now
declined.
They did decline it.
They want us to go for the field goal. 4th
down. So Grant Haney again going to be called on. And this will be the line of scrimmage at the 18, back to the 25, so a 35-yarder. He's hit a 36-yarder.
It's going to be
Dugan
a
will hold right after 25, so Dugan will hold. Add 10 for the end zone, so it'll be a 35-yarder for Grant Haney. He takes a short step back on his kicks. They're set. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Here's the kick. It's not going to be no good. Going to be wide left and short. Timeout on the field at 2:36. And we're going to keep it right here. Talk to you a little bit about Village Volkswagen. Volkswagen, locally owned and proud sponsor of local sports. That's Village Volkswagen. Take a test drive in that award-winning, locally made VW Atlas. That's villageVW.com. Also, the Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care. No matter if it's a sports injury, work injury, just an accident at home, Wojtek has you covered. Wojtek.com. Cleveland comes out quickly, lines up, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line after the missed field goal. They moved it back to the 20 now, since it was inside the 20. And Lambert in the backfield with Davis, it looks like. Or Beard, that's Beard. Handoff, hits the middle. He's going to have good yards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Stopped just shy of the first down, I believe. Or well, maybe right after 30. Nope, he's going to be a yard shy. Gain of 9. And that's going to be 2nd down and 1.
Second down. 1 to go.
Clock running now. Beard in the backfield now. Number 5. Trips left side. They'll hand it to Beard. He'll hit the middle. Oh, he won't get it. He has stopped short.
He lost.
He lost maybe a yard. As Bradley was expecting that. Clock's at 1:54 and running. Cleveland has all 3 timeouts left. The Bears have 2. Three-yard score.
No gain. He lost a little bit, but not a full yard.
3rd down and 1 to go. We'll have a halftime report with Mr. Brian Grisham on the sideline with Damon Floyd as they head to the locker room at halftime. Lambert looks to the sideline again. Beard stays in the backfield. Twins either side now for the Raiders. This is really not a passing situation. I don't think they'll hand it to Davis. No, Lambert keeps it. He's out to the 30. Got the first down by a couple of yards. Actually by 1 yard, a gain of 2 yards, and they needed 2. And they'll get the first down for Cleveland Ford at the Cleveland 20 or 31.
Well, that was a surprise play.
Yep. Bradley was busting the middle open, thinking Beard would carry it, and he didn't that time. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their 31-yard line with 1:14. The clock is running. Plenty of time, though, when you have 3 timeouts left. Lambert will back up to pass, looking. Little pass across the middle is going to be complete, and he'll slide down. Davis. Nope, that's a new player, number 22.
Lambert's pass is complete. Number 22, Grover Yawn.
That will be Grover Yawn, number 22, Grover Yawn. That's what our roster shows, and timeouts called by the Raiders, and we'll take one with them for Tazikas at 55.4 in the half. Back in 1 minute, 55.4, 3-3 score here on the Buzz 101.3.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue dog can love you. Remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue dog can love you. Remember the new love we shared today.
Back in action. Here's a long pass downfield by Lambert. It's going to be overthrown. No one had a chance at that. It's going to be 4th and 7. He has an arm, but a cannon threw that all the way down to the 20-yard line. Line of scrimmage was a 33.
That was intended for D.J. Adams, and it was well defended. But
third and 7.
He threw that a ton right there.
3rd and 7.
40 yards.
Ball to Cleveland 33, 3rd and 7 to go. Clock's at 49.6. Stop the incompletion. They're on the near hash mark. A single man out to the left. Trips over here to the right side. A little package deal there. Back goes Lambert to pass those out, and the flat's going to be complete to the 42. He'll fall down. He's got the first, though. Stays in bounds.
Rodney Broadnax.
Broadnax with a catch. Be a 1st and 10 of the Raiders at their 41. At their 41. Clock's running at 40 seconds to go. They've got 2 left, the scoreboard says. Taking a long time here. Clock's at 33. Going to be 30 when the ball is snapped. Low snap. Back goes Lambert, looking, throwing. Out in the flat's going to be incomplete. Boy, he was open there, but it was incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Make it 2nd and 10, sorry, 2nd. Clock's at 27.4. and stopped. 27.4 second and 10. They'll bring it back to the Cleveland 41. 3-3 our score. Both teams with field goals. 30-yarder for Cleveland, 36-yarder for the Bears. And Cleveland now will probably see what they're going to try to cook up here. See, and there's another low snap to Lambert. They've had a problem with those snaps. He's going to be sacked.
Yeah, there we go, baby.
By 1, 2, 3, 4 Bears. Don Jones for one in there.
And Gage Anderson is another.
Gage Anderson, Eli Duncan in
46 is another. That's Eli Duncan.
And they're going to let the clock run out here. No attempt to stop it with under 10 to go for the Raiders.
That's a loss of 6 on that sack.
We're going to go to the halftime with a tie score, it looks like. The clock's at 2, 1, and 0. And that will end the first half of play here on Bradley Central's Jimmy Level Field with the Bears. And we'll get Brian Grisham. We'll go straight to you, Brian, as soon as you can get Damon there. And take it away.
The Crawford Farm Report and Coach Damon Floyd. Coach, 3-3 at halftime. Not very many penalties. Just one turnover served as a punt. Give me your thoughts.
I mean, it's a good game right now. You know, both sides are playing really good and really good defense. Hard to move the ball. And, you know, second half, obviously we can't make those mistakes. I'd say the team that makes the fewest mistakes second half is probably going to be the winner. Sometimes you avoid the cliches, but it's a heavyweight fight so far. It is. It's what Bradley Cleveland is, and, you know, we'll see what happens. Good luck to you, Coach. That was the Crawford Pharmacy sideline report. Coach Damon Floyd, really appreciate him taking the time to talk to us here at halftime. 3-3, fellas.
That's Brian Grisham's report for Crawford Pharmacy. Timeout on the field at the halftime break as the Cleveland band comes out to do their routine. The Bradley band will be out there as well after Cleveland is completed. We're getting ready for the Southland Finance halftime show, and we return here in 2 minutes. We'll have our trivia question for Pizza Hut tonight, so stay tuned. We'll give the question. You give us the answer. Back in 2 minutes on the Buzz 101.3, where games supplied to you by Wholesale Supply Group, and that is always open to the public. Back in 2.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue dog can love you. Remember how the new love was here. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue top can love you. Remember the new love we shared today.
Coming up for your halftime entertainment, Equipment High School Blue Raider Marching Band. And now taking the field, the Bradley Central High School Marching Band.
Back here at Bradley Central's Jim Smitty. Here we go again. Jimmy, the boys
Bear Stadium. Jimmy Lovell.
Field.
Both great coaches, Jimmy Lovell.
Maybe I should retire. I think I should retire. Been a long week, folks, here. But anyway, we're at halftime. It's 3-3 on our Southline Finance halftime show. Brian, down there, what we've seen, you heard Earl stats, we're dead even. I mean, across the board, first downs, rushing pass, just about dead even all the way around. And it's been that kind of game.
I tell you what, here on the Crawford Pharmacy sideline report, fellas, I tell you what, I was amazed at those halftime stats that Earl read off, and it was almost exactly the same. I don't remember the last time I saw stats that close.
I don't either.
It was amazing. And now we've seen the first half. Both teams have kind of put it close to the vest. You know, they haven't really opened it up much at all. It's going to be really interesting to see who pushes the button first and lets it fly, or if they just continue to play 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's going to be really interesting to see how it works out here in the second half.
And Cleveland will have the ball as they come out. It'll be Cleveland ball. Bradley won the toss and elected to take the ball. And now Cleveland will have it as we start the third quarter play. The clock winds down to 0. Boy, a large, noisy crowd here again tonight, and we expect to have a crowd. We won't be as big this next week as it was the last 2 weeks, but my goodness, I'm sure Turner Jackson is smiling all the way to the bank with the gate.
Yeah.
And the concession stand line has been unbelievable. The Kona Ice stand over here, this hot weather. If you have a stake in Kona Ice, you probably make some good money on your return there.
And Gary, I echo Brian's prediction and looking at the first 2 quarters. Likewise, I agree completely. That's what I was thinking. Somebody is going to have to take a chance, and it's just a matter of when it's going to come. I don't think that both Marty Wheeler and Damon Floyd are going to play down to the last 2 minutes very, very conservatively, and that's the way it was played during the first half. Neither team wanted to make a mistake and give the other a great field opportunity, but all through the third quarter, I just have to believe, like Brian pointed out, that somebody is going to roll the dice and come up with either a trick play or just take a gamble.
DJ Adams back deep along with Rodney Broadnax for the Raiders. Grant Haney set to kick off again. Here comes his approach, and here's his kick. It's a high spinner going down to Broadnax about the 11-yard line, to the 15, to the 20, cutting left. And he slides down, actually, before he has really hit at the Cleveland 24-yard line. I believe would be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders in a 3-3 game here as we start the third quarter play here on the Buzz 101.3. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Jinx Daily post-game show. We will name our player of the game as well as our play of the game. So we'll be thinking about that among the three masterminds here.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 25.
25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders at that point. In the first possession, the first play here of the second half. 3-3 our score as we begin play. Cleveland Twins out to the left side. The backfield is going to be Brian Beard, number 5, with Lambert at quarterback. Lambert takes a snap, hands it to Beard. He's going to get hit, spring free, and get about 5-6 yards out across the 30 to the 31. It'll be second down and 4 at that point. Boy, weather-wise, it's been a really, it's been warm, but it's really cooled off a lot since the sun went down and the heat's dissipated a little bit. Second down and 4 coming up. The ball is the 31-yard line after a 6-yard gain by Brian Beard. In the backfield at tailback position. The handoff will go.
I think that's 12 or something. Let me check it just a minute.
We'll have to see who that.
That was a different runner.
Maybe 22.
That was Davis.
It was Davis.
Davis, 23. I see him now. Going to be short of the first down by a yard. They're at the 34. They've got to get to the 35. So it's 3rd down and 1 to go. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cleveland has the no huddle. Not really a hurry-up offense. They look to the sidelines for play. Here will be the handoff in the middle, and he's got the first to the 35 to the 40.
Plenty more.
And on to the 44-yard line. Be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders and Cleveland Ford after that carry.
That was number 1.
Yep.
Micah Jordan,
a nice carry for a first down.
Fellas, I tell you, he was a shoelace away from breaking.
Yep.
Yeah, he had plenty of blockers already behind him. That was a 10-yard pickup by Jordan.
So Cleveland picks up another first down here on their opening possession of the third quarter. Tied at 3-3 our score. Bradley will host McMinn County next week. Cleveland will host East Ridge. Here's Lambert back again. He's under this. He's just going to fire it away and throw it deep as he can. Here's a ball knocked down. There's 3 Bear defenders and 2 receivers there, and Lambert is under tremendous pressure that time.
Yes, he was. He didn't want to throw it as quickly as he did, but he was under duress.
He couldn't get set. He just had to heave it, and he did as far as he could. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I believe we got a holding call,
fellas.
fellas.
A flag down.
Oh, yep, we sure do. I didn't see that. Good spot there, Brian. Brian Grisham, our sideline pulled for Crawford's Pharmacy this season. Here's a 10-yard mark off from the 44 back to the, well,
they're going to mark
the 39.
Yeah, it was from the spot.
Yeah. From the point of the foul back to the 20. 30-yard line. Man, that's a huge mark off. It's going to be first down, and they've got to get to the 46. So it's 1st and 24. 1st and 24. Wolves holding pins. They mark them off where the flag drops now. It's not the line of scrimmage. Boy, they can break your back. Biggest penalty, worst penalty we've had so far. Here goes Lambert back looking left. Throwing ball is incomplete through the hands of intended receiver. It'll be 2nd down and 24.
Gary, I heard a coach tell me. He said they had a penalty about like that, and they said, gosh, that was.
You broke up on us, Brian. We didn't hear what the coach said.
The coach said that was an awful lot of holding right there.
Yeah. We heard you then. 2nd down and 24 to go. Ball at the Cleveland 30. Clock stop with the incompletion at 10-14 here in the third. 3-3 our score. We got trips out the left side. Lambert hands off the man in the middle. He's going to go right. That's Davis. Davis for a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and very long. Eli Duncan enters the game for the Bears. He'll gain from the 30 to the 34, 4-yard pickup for Davis. Davis and Beard, some mighty, mighty good running backs. Davis is a sophomore. We saw him as a freshman last year. Beard is a junior, so they'll have both those guys back next year. Now Lambert is a senior, so he'll be going at quarterback.
And Jordan is a junior.
Yep.
They got some good skill people back. Got to replace Drew Lambert.
Big play right here for the Raiders and the Bears defensively. 3rd and 20 to 34-yard line for Cleveland in their territory. And a bad snap. Lambert back, and that play is going to be missed. He can be sacked. Oh, he gets away at the 20, throws out, and intercepted by the Bears. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, and he's going to be out of bounds. And who was that?
Number 7.
For the Bears, number 7, Finn Mertens on the interception, and he'll return it from midfield.
Yep, right about the 46 down to the
ill-advised pass that time.
Gary, he got away with it the time before on the holding call, and he didn't get away with it that time.
24-yard return by Finn Mertens. He hauled it in close to midfield, about the 46, and got it back down. The Bears are in business at the Raider 22.
And the Bears really need to push this one in. They've been down there a couple of times. 1st and 10th at 22 in Cleveland territory now. And here will be the handoff. Jackson Wilson. He will step through there and pick up maybe a yard. Maybe the line of scrimmage. Let's see, the 20. He's going to get a couple, looks like. Second down.
Maybe 1.
Yeah, give him 1. 2nd and 9 to go. Ball just outside the 20-yard line. Chad Gunter on the PA tonight. I think he said he was talking about a host of Bears. I believe he meant a host of Raiders. And here's the pass out in the flat. It's going to be complete. Jalen Terry trying to get outside of the 20 to the 15. Cuts back. And he's going to have good yardage down inside the 15. They'll mark him out at the 13, I believe. A gain of 8. Going to be really close. Be a yard shy, though.
Yep, a little bit short.
Lockerbie on the tackle for the Raiders.
Right at the 13.
3rd and a long yard to go. And this is certainly 2-down territory for the Bears. They've made 1 field goal, missed 1 field goal. And in the backfield is Jackson Wilson. Will he take the carry? Also is Knox Watson back there. Knox is capable of carrying that ball. He loves to carry it too. The snap, the handoff to Wilson hits middle. He doesn't have it. He didn't.
Not much.
Well,
he didn't need a whole lot, but boy, it's going to be close.
I don't think so, fellas.
I don't think so either.
It's going to be just a half yard shy, maybe just outside the 12.
I think they'll go for it here.
4th and.
What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, they.
I would be surprised if they didn't, Earl. I tell you what, now this is the break that both teams have been waiting for. The Bears have got to take advantage of their opportunity here, and this is a gamble in a way, but I believe you've got to punch it in for 7.
I think so too. It's about the 12.5-yard line.
Clock's at 8:13 and running here in the 3rd period. 3-3 our score. 4th down for the Bears and very short, maybe a half yard.
About a half yard. Less than a half yard.
Yep. And still out of the shotgun. I might get under center here. I don't know. Here's a snap to Walker. He will hand it off to Wilson.
And
he will bully ahead.
He's got it.
And he's got at the 11. It looks like he's got it. And let's let the official make that call. Finn's on the spot, really. Is inside the 12.
Yeah.
Boy, it is. It is a 1st and 10 for the Bears. And Cleveland Ford. Ball spotted at the 12.
Just inside the 12. We'll call it the 12.
Boy, that wasn't. He didn't get it by much. Twins left side for the Bears. It'll be handoff Jackson on the counter going to the right side. He's to the 10 and pulled out right at the 10 after a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8 at the 10-yard line for the Bears and Jackson Wilson. Lockerbie again on the tackle for the Raiders.
Well, you don't believe the going is tough down there. Wilson, one of the best runners in the state, has gotten 1, no gain, 1 and 2. That's tough yardage.
They are keying on him. A look to the sidelines by Walker. He has the play. Man in motion, Jalen Terry. He will hand it to Jalen Terry. Going left, got blocking. He's going to go down to the 10, trying to cut. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Bradley Central! Jalen Terry on the sweep. The power sweep. He takes it home at 7:03, and the Bears take the lead after a Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown The first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, and he just kept running east and west until he ran almost out of yardage and barely got into the end zone, but he was circling for all that left side of the field had.
And Brian, I know you were on the far side of the other side of the field, but he got some great blocking on that over there.
Oh, I tell you what, the line was set up perfectly for him as the extra point is good. And the Bears go up 10-3, and you got to take advantage of your opportunities and turnovers in this ball game, and the Bears put it in.
That's exactly what the Bears did. You heard Coach Floyd at halftime said somebody's going to get a break to win this game in the second half. The Bears lead now 10-3 after the Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown and the extra point for L&B Appliance. For Buddy's Barbecue, sorry. We'll take a break. Be back in 30 seconds with a Bear kickoff here from Bear Stadium with the Bears up 10-3. Back here at Bear Stadium, getting ready for the Bear kickoff. They lead 10-3, and Earl will give us a recap of that drive in a moment as Grant Haney tees it up. And Earl, what did you see there on the drive?
All right, a 22-yard drive, 6 tough plays with J. Allen Terry taking it the final 10. Grant Haney tacked on the extra point, 10-3 now. And, of course, didn't figure into the touchdown drive, but it was set up. But the big interception by Fins Mertens, and he took it back 24 yards on the return.
Here's a booming kick by Haney to the 6. Bobble picked up the 10. 15, 20, 25, and that's going to be Rodney Broadnax, this time on the left side, taking it, and it'll be returned. Let's see, right at the Cleveland 30. Be a first attempt for the Raiders at that point. They trail 10-3 here, and there's a flag. There's 15 yards on the Bears coming up, boys. I can see it right there. And one of the Bears is hot, and he's going to get some time out here. Coach Floyd's going to get him off the field. I'm not going to give you his name and number, but it's going to be a 15-yard personal foul penalty, I believe, on the Bears. Unsportsmanlike conduct, yep, on the Bears. Don't know what was said. You got to keep your head in games like this.
And that's a biggie right there.
Stupid 15-yard penalty.
I believe that was like a called third strike on the corner, Gary. He just didn't agree.
You can't do it. They'll move the ball all the way to the 45 now. So Cleveland in great field position. First at their 45 after the Bear touchdown. 10-3, the Bears on top with 6:56 in the third quarter of play. We'll try to hit the scoreboard for you later in the evening. And they're going to switch the ball out as Bradley kicks off with their ball. Cleveland starts play on offense with their ball.
The ball was tired.
The ball was very tired. He's been kicked around a lot.
Yes.
Here we go, first down and 10. 2 men in the backfield now with Lambert. Beard and Davis, I think it is. Between receivers left side.
Davis is definitely the deep man. I can't pick up the number on the guy beside him. Now Davis moved over
to the flanker position. Lambert hands off to the running back, and he hit it for nothing.
That's
absolutely nothing.
That's Zemborski.
Lucas Zemborski might have lost a yard. May give him the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, still at the 45. Zemborski, a transfer from Middle Tennessee. I believe it's Blackman, told me earlier today. Second down and 10. It's 6:41 to go here. And the clock is stopped for some reason. Now, the official's going to call time.
An injured Bear being helped off.
Oh, yeah. I see it now. That's Gage Anderson. Bears do not need to lose him.
We don't need to lose him. Lord have mercy.
I tell you what, fellas, I've been down here hearing all these big linemen beating on each other all night long, and I'm really surprised that we haven't had more injuries than we've had because, man, they are really putting helmet on helmet.
Well, it's an emotional night, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Those trainers need to work their magic on Gage. Boy, he's playing well.
Big region matchup here. Trips the right side for the Raiders on second down and 10 at their 45. Lambert, he rolls out. He's going to be getting loose for 1 or 2, but then he'll have 2, and he is really slammed to the ground. Lambert, that's Don Jones. Also for the Bears, number 28, A.J. Williams, the twin of Rodney Williams. And he will have, 2 yards, 3rd and 8?
Yeah, about 2.
At the 47 after a gain of 2. Big series right here for the Raiders. They trail 10-3. The last time on 3rd down, they threw an interception. The Bears returned it 24 yards and pushed it on in for a touchdown to take the lead. The first touch and only touchdown of the night. Lambert with twins trips the left side. He's back looking. Going to throw it to long downfield, way down there. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown, and boy, just off the fingertips.
Yeah.
That's probably Broadneck's down there, and he is slow to get up. And there's a Bear down back there.
That's DJ Adams, the intended receiver.
And Bradley has
the Bear
defensive back.
Defender, I need to check his number.
Could be a cramp. We hope it's just a cramp.
It looks that way.
Cleveland's going to punt the ball on 4th down.
And hold the phone there.
That'll be the trainer.
That's number
8. It's going to be 8. Marcus Goree. I see his number.
I guess I didn't want to see number 8.
And yeah, it's a cramp. That's a cramp.
That's what it is.
They're stretching that leg out there. It is very, very warm and very humid. They try to keep the players hydrated with all kind of water and Gatorade and all that stuff, but and you see a cramp like that a lot of times when you're really striving down the field, and he's going to limp off. He'll be back in the game though. Those cramps are extremely, extremely painful. He's going to be getting a little bit of assistance coming off. Marcus has offers from Nebraska, Notre Dame, Mississippi, Vanderbilt. I mean, he's got 6, 7, 8 or so D1 offers, most of them in SEC. He is just a junior. This is a loaded junior class for the Bears. Back to punt. It's going to be Bennett Smith back deep for the Bears, probably Jarius Rogers. He's been the return man. Yep, that's number 11. That was a bad snap. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to be hit. Back to 25-yard line. Another huge mistake for the Raiders.
Number 6 for the Bears.
That's going to be Rodney Williams.
Put the heat on him.
And he was a dead man walking on that bad snap.
There it is, fellas. Turnover number 2.
Another major problem for the Raiders. And the Bears have 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 27-yard line now after another turnover there. 5:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. 10-3 the Bears. An outstanding field position at the Cleveland 27-yard line. It's Walker and Jackson. The backfield trips left side for the Bears. They may strike quick and try to go over the top. Let's see. The snap to Walker. He will hand off to Jackson. No, it's a fake across the middle. Incomplete.
Brother. Almost intercepted, too. Number 5 was right there. That is Brian Beard defending.
The pass was close to him. That looked like the Bradley boys, one of them ran the wrong route.
Somebody ran the wrong route.
Both coming together there.
That's what it was, Gary. They, you noticed the quarterback double pumped on that because somebody had run the wrong route.
Yeah, well, they did go to the top like they do a lot of times after a turnover. And here's a handoff to, fake to Wilson. Pass out in flat to Jalen Terry. He'll have,
still going, but it's going the wrong way.
He's going to lose yardage. It's going to be 3rd and long. Back at the 31-yard line, a 4-yard loss, 3rd and 14. The Bears not exactly taking advantage of this great field position. So 3rd and 14, they got a big play coming up.
Loss of 4 on that one. Completed pass, but wrong way. Still in good field position.
Empty backfield for the Bears now. Walker trips left, Twins right. Ball to the Cleveland 30-yard line. 3rd down and 13. Big, big play for both teams. Walker back looking, has time. Steps up, got all kind of time. He's going to be intercepted on. He's hit as he's throwing it and picked
number
off.
25.
For the Raiders,
Lamar Anders.
By Lamar Anders at the 26-yard line. So the 2nd interception of the night for Walker. And he was hit just as he started to throw the ball. He was going to be sacked and got rid of it, but threw it into the hand of a Raider at 4:42 to go here in the 3rd inning of play, 3rd quarter of play.
Just really bad luck that time, fellas, for the Bears as he was hit as he threw it.
Yep.
I was getting a look over here on the sideline. Gage Anderson, they were working on his ankle. I think he's up and about. He would have been back in the game if they'd left it up to him.
Yeah, he sure would have. So here come the Raiders now after they stop on a Bradley turnover. In the backfield is Davis. Back goes Lambert to pass. He's looking, throwing long again. Boy, he likes to air it out. Way overthrown. It's going to be 2nd and 10. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's just not connecting long range, though.
He was looking that time for DJ Adams, and he had single coverage back there. That would be number 5. That's Mason Goree.
Yep. Brother of Marcus Goree. Mason's a sophomore. So on 2nd down and 10 at 4:36 to go with the clock stopped.
Well,
Cleveland.
just like the passing was pretty good first half, it's not been so hot either way.
Handoff, man in the middle. He stopped. He's going to be losing yardage. Boy, they are both teams clogging up the middle tonight.
That was Davis.
Knox Watson. Davis on the carry. Knox Watson in the tackle, along with Don Jones for the Bears. And number 3, Tito Williams. Tito, one of the Bear captains this year. Heard him on the radio this morning. Clock running at 4:10 to go. 3rd and 11 to go after a 1-yard loss. Davis. Long look to the sidelines. Lambert back, still looking. And they still haven't got the play. Here we go. Set to go. Twins either side now. Lambert, Davis in the backfield with him. They might try a little screener flare pass here. Let's see. And a bad snap down low. He's back. He's going to have to run now. He's going to throw it, and there's a holding call, and it's complete down the field, but there's a flag way back downfield.
That's going to come back.
Pass was complete to number 10.
Szymborski.
Lucas Szymborski. But coming back on a holding call, here's the preliminary, and we saw holding, yes, on the Raiders. Another huge mistake right there for the Raiders. Back to the 20, they'll back it up.
Yeah, it's going to grow half the distance.
And he'll lose 5 where the flag was at, because the line of scrimmage was at 25. The flag's at the 20.
Guys, that holding call right there was one of those things where the quarterback probably have been sacked had he not held him.
Yeah, he was in trouble. Bad snap started it, though.
Right. And see, that throws the whole play off, and that's happened a half a dozen times tonight for the Raiders.
Low snaps several times.
The timing is shot to heck when that happens. So here they go now.
Back to the 10.
3rd and, my goodness, they've got to get out to the 26. 3rd and 25 to go, I guess. 3rd and 26, the scoreboard says. Lambert back looking again to pass. Looking out deep, throwing it deep down the field. It's way overthrown again. And there's 2 Bear defenders there.
And that's a good no call, because really the Blue Raider offensive receiver ran into the Bear defensive player, and it was a good no call. The official, I must say, spotted exactly what was going on. Of course, he should. He was standing 6 feet from it.
Yep. And on 4th down, remember the last punt? It was a bad snap, and Bradley took advantage and recovered it and took it in for the score at 3:27 to go with the clock stopped. 10-3 Bears on top in the 3rd here. And standing in the end zone right on the Bear R. Here's a snap, a high snap. Oh, he's going to get it away. It's going to be a short punt out. It's going to hit at the, it's going to get a good roll from the 40 to about midfield where the Bears will take over. 1st and 10 at that point for the Bears in Cleveland Ford. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout here on the Buzz 101.3. 3:13 to go in the 3rd. The Bears up 10-3 with the ball. First and 10, the Bears. Jackson Wilson carries across midfield to the 48-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. He's not getting big chunks of yardage. He's just eating up some time-consuming yards, but the Bears need to drive for a score. They lead at 10-3 here in the 3rd. Clock's at 2:50. 2nd down and 8. The Bears looking to the sideline. Coach Hearn to signal the play in. No, it's not Hearn. He's up here on the top of the press box with us. Bradley going to change the play. And I know they know what that means. Boy, it looks comical to see these coaches sticking plays in. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Man in motion, Jalen Terry. They will hand it to him. He'll go to the right side. He's across midfield. He's down to the 45. He's down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 to go. Jalen Terry picks up about 8. Or what? I'm not sure.
About 6.
6. 3rd and 2 for the Bears at the Cleveland 42-yard line now. Again, another big series for the Bears and the Raider defense. Here from Jimmy Levelfield. Got it right that time, Earl.
Very good.
I'm getting better, guys. Here's that in sweep again, and he will not make the line. He stopped shy. 4th down and about 4 to go. Back at the Cleveland 43. Jay Allen Terry again on the power sweep, the jet sweep they call it, to the right side. Bradley's going to punt it away. Try to recover a field position at 1:39 here in the 3rd now. Clock running. Back deep is probably Broadnax. He's had a good night returning it. Nope, it's number 10. That's Zimborski, Lucas Zimborski. And punting for the Bears will be, of course, our first punt of the night.
First punt
Jackson
of the season for Jackson. First punt
of the season. Yep.
We had that little 8-9 yard squibber by the JV, by the second teamers, you know.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. So Jackson Wilson, well, he lined up in punt formation last week, but passed out of it.
Yeah. Could it be again? I
No.
don't think so.
Here comes a punt. A nice kick, going to hit about the 16 and roll Bradley's way down inside the 10.
So
all the way down to the 7 or 8.
Very effective punt.
A great punt from the 44 to the 9-yard line, looks like, where the Raiders take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory at the 9. And we'll keep it here this time with 57.8 seconds to go.
So a 35-yard punt.
I'd like to remind you about Tennessee Wesleyan. In addition to a wide variety of traditional graduate degrees, TW offers degree completion programs and allied health degrees, including nursing, dental hygiene, and Master of Occupational Therapy.
More importantly than the distance was the effectiveness of that one inside the 10.
Field position.
Yep.
Football is a game of field position. Here come the Raiders in the backfield. They'll have Lambert, of course, at quarterback. Davis at tailback. He sets a play and looks to the sideline. Going to change the play. He's got Zimborski over here. Now switching up to number 22. And quarterback will keep it, and he'll roll out. He's going to be hit. He's going to
got about a yard.
Maybe get a yard. 2nd down and 9. Clock's at 50 seconds to go. Lambert on the carry. Give him a yard. 2nd and 9. The ball moved out to the 10, right at the 10. You're listening to The Buzz 101.3 with games supplied to you all season long by Wholesale Supply Group. Our good friend Josh Rogers and the gang down there got all your needs. It's open to the public. Davis in the backfield again at tailback. And he a low snap trying to get around the end there, left side. And he's going to be hit and thrown for a loss. That's running back number 10, Zimborski.
He lost his helmet, too. He's got to go to the sideline.
Yep, for one play. Yep. Ball back into 6, a loss of 4 on the play. And that'll be the last play of the 3rd period here as the clock winds down to 3, 2, 1, and 0. After 3 complete, the Bears 10, the Raiders 3. We'll be back in 1 minute on The Buzz 101.3 Talk Radio in just 60 seconds.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Start the 4th quarter playing, guys. I'm telling you what, it's not a comfortable lead of 7 points. You're glad you're on top, but still 7 points. But a big, big play. Cleveland 3rd and 14 at their 5-yard line, going the wrong way.
And I ask you, Gary, do they dare? It's a passing situation, but boy, it's tough on Lambert. He's going to be, not only if he fails, but they'll be kicking out of their own end zone, and Drew is going to be forced to pass near the goal line, so it's dangerous territory for the Raiders.
And let's see what they called during that timeout at the end of the period. He'll have Davis in the backfield with Lambert. Davis is in the end zone, actually.
Yes,
Lambert right at the goal line. That's where they have to line up, and let's see what the call's going to be. Here's a snap. Lambert back. 2 pass out of his end zone. He's going to throw it out into the flat. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 4th down.
Intended for Micah Jordan. They wanted to get it a short pass and count on their speed merchant to get the 14 yards, but it did not materialize.
So again, putting out of their end zone for the back-to-back series will be Bennett Smith back at the standing at the 35-yard line is Jarius Rogers.
And after having a really good first half passing, Drew, this half is 0 for 6.
Wow. Bennett standing just about a yard inside of play on the Bradley, the L in Bradley. Here's a snap. Good snap this time. Whoa!
Oh,
close to block it. Jarius Rogers will catch it at the 40. He'll return it. Trying to go to the left side and outrun some folks. He's going to not make it. He's to the 35, though. He's to the 30.
He got a good
And he's
return.
out of bounds to the 26-yard line. Jarius Rogers, a junior.
Got at least 14, 15 yards on that return.
From the 40 to the 26, yeah.
And very few other people could have made that. He had no blocking. It was just his quickness.
Yep. And at the 26-yard line, be a 1st and 10 for the Bears. As Rogers, that was such a high kick, he had time to return it that time. Bradley really sold out for the block, didn't get it. Jackson Wilson in the backfield with Walker. Knox Watson at the H-back left side. We got Jarius Rogers out wide left and Twins to the other side. Dugan. And here's a handoff to Jackson. He comes to the 30, to the 20, to the 15. He's down to the 14. Be a 1st and 10 for the Bears, and Cleveland Ford at the 14. Let's see, 14-yard line here. 11:34 to go in the game, and this is a huge drive for the Bears. They can push in, get a 2-touchdown lead.
12-yard run around the left end.
Brian, we saw some good blocking down there that time.
Oh, that time, and Jackson had open grab.
He takes advantage of it. Here we go on 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 14-yard line, deep in Cleveland territory, the Kia red zone. Hand off to Jackson. He'll hit the middle, just lowers his head and pushes forward for a couple of yards maybe. Nothing at all in the middle. Jackson's not been able to get anything up the middle.
They're going to give him about a yard.
Yep,
here.
2nd and 9 at the 13. Wilson has been challenged when he's running up the middle. Had a lot of carries. His yardage is getting up there, but it's not like we've seen in the past with a couple of 100 yards.
I tell you what, fellas, that we got to throw some flowers to this Cleveland defense. They have played really well.
They really have. And we saw that last week. They gave 3 points against McMinn County. Here come the Bears on 2nd and 9. Man in motion. And there's a flag on the Bears.
That jumped.
Yep.
A little bit eager.
5-yard penalty, backs it up, 2nd and 14, back at the 18. Jalen Terry went into motion on the jet sweep, but the penalty before he could touch the ball. And there's the kind of things that will kill a drive. 2nd and 14 now for the Bears. Jalen Terry has been successful at running that jet sweep. He'll be lined up again out there at that flanker position where he starts that from. Single man out either side. He's in motion again, and they will not hand it to him, but Jackson Wilson takes up the middle from the 18 to the 17, maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and long. We have an injury for the Bears. Uh-oh. Let's see who this is. Down and rolling in pain.
Wilson.
Jackson Wilson is down.
That's who it is.
He might have a cramp too.
Let's hope it's just a cramp.
He's sitting up. He's going to stand up and stretch it out. Yep, he's got a cramp.
That's what it is.
Yep.
He got down to the 17, Gary, so he picked up a yard is all they gave him.
Going to the sideline, so he's going to go over there and stretch it out. I hope that's a cramp. Takes his helmet off, hits the bench. Trainer's going to be working on him. So here the Bears go 3rd and 13 at the 17-yard line in Cleveland territory. 10-16 in the 4th. The Bears lead at 10-3. 10-3 Bears on top of 7. That touchdown was set by an interception by Finn Mertens and a great return deep into Cleveland territory, and Jalen Terry took it in for the score. Clock is running again. Snap to Walker. He'll hand it off to Jalen Terry in the backfield. He'll hit the middle. He's going to have positive yards down across the 15, down to about the 14, but it's just a 3-yard gain. Here goes Grant Haney in for a field goal attempt. Once again for the Bears. This would be huge. Put them up by 2 scores.
And this will be one of his shortest of this year.
31-yard attempt here. He kicked a 32-yarder, I believe, last week to win the game. Seth Adams, a snapper. Taylor Dugan, a long-time holder, and a 31-yard attempt coming up for the Bears. And here's the snap. Boy, they got in there. It's long enough. It is good. good. But 9:30 to go in the game. The Bears stretch that lead to 10 points at 13-3. 13-3, the Bears on top at 9:30 in the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the Bear kickoff here on the Buzz 101.3.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
Central after the Bears just scored. Earl, what was this drive on that one?
Okay, we took it at the 26, so it was a short drive. Got it down to the 14, and a 31-yard field goal in by Grant Haney, and he's pretty dependable from that range. But yeah, we had 5 plays from the 26. Those were tough yards. The big play was Wilson's 12-yard gain, but after that, it was tough sledding in there. And settled for a Grant Haney 31-yard field goal. At least you got a little breathing room now if you can run clock. Both teams have been running a lot of clock, keeping it on the ground. But we'll see what the Cleveland Blue Raiders do down by 2 scores.
Is a bouncer picked up at the 31, to the 35, to the 40, and maybe the 42-yard. It'll be a first and 10 for the Raiders. And Cleveland really has set Bradley up with their last 2 scores on turnovers.
They have.
And give Bradley the short field, and they've taken advantage of it. The ball first and 10 for the Raiders at their 42-yard line with 9:25 in the game. The Bears up 13-3, 9:25 in the game. I'd like to remind you about Andrew Johnson Bank. Helping friends is their business. 2 locations in Cleveland, downtown by the Monument, and on North of Coy Street across from Walmart. That's Andrew Johnson Bank, downtown by the Monument, and on North of Coy Street across from Walmart. Here comes a snap to Lambert. There's a man in motion, and Lambert trying to throw out in the flat. Incomplete. He throws it short. 2nd and 10. Boy, that tailback looked like he was in motion. Davis.
He was.
And
Brian, you just didn't have your flag.
I know. They took it away.
You need to have your black and gold flag down there.
They know I'd throw it. So
Clock stopped at 9:21, 2nd and 10. Big series for the Raiders. They really need to punch it down the field and regain field position. This is the best field position they've had this half.
Yeah.
Got their 4th possession. They got trips to the left side. Bradley has the defenders to cover there. It'll be a keeper by Lambert into the middle. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got the first down across midfield, and he's still going 45, 40, 35, 30, and ran out the measure, steps out of bounds at the Bear 28 or so. Will be a long gain from the 42-yard line.
That's their best run.
Lambert was hit in the backfield. Looked like he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Broke free down to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at that point in Bear territory with 9:10 to go in the game. Bears up 13-3.
30-yard
The
run.
snap, hands off to Davis, hit in the middle. He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 down to the 20-yard line. A gain of about 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Raiders.
Fellas, that run by Drew Lambert, I've been really surprised that he hasn't done. They haven't called several runs for him as the game has gone along.
Well, they may call more of those. Snap to Lambert and hand off to Davis. He's in the backfield. He's going to be down inside. He's got touchdown Cleveland. Just like that, the Raiders respond quickly.
Well, that didn't take long at all.
8:43 to go and a Cleveland touchdown for Tennessee Valley Rology as Davis pushes it in from 21 yards out. PAT attempt coming is 13-9. The Bears up by 4. Very important PAT attempt for Bennett Smith. And the holder is, I think, number 9. Number 8.
Number 8.
And now we got to stop a play. Let's see what's going on with that. Bradley's going to swap a guy out, mouthpiece thing. Avery Hughes, the snapper, or the holder, the holder.
Got to pull his britches down just a hair there at the knee.
Got to have him over the kneecap. Yep. That's the rule in high school. Here comes a PAT attempt. It's a high snap. That kick is up. It's plenty long enough. It's good. Timeout on the field at 8:43 in the game. Now a 3-point game. The Bears 13, the Raiders 10. Back with the Raider kickoff in 30 seconds on the Buzz 101.3.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Back at Bear Stadium, the Bears take the field, get ready to receive a kickoff from Bennett Smith and the Raiders. They pulled a 13-10. Earl, short recap there.
Boy, that didn't take long at all. 58 yards, 4 quick plays. So much for those long drives. But Isaiah Davis takes it the last 21 yards. Bennett Smith on the kick. And we've got one more fourth quarter finish shaping up.
And here we go. Back deep to the Bears. They'll have the same four that's been back there. Marcus Goree along with Jarius Rogers, Jay Allen Terry. Bennett Smith to kick off again. 13-10. Clocked at 8:43 in the game. 8:43 in the fourth period, folks. Another nail-biting finish coming up here for these two teams, Bears and Raiders in Region 2 6A opener of the season. Our third game for both teams. The Bears 2-0 coming in. The Raiders 1-1. Smith set a short drop back this time for him. They're going to punch it short here. And a little boom kicker is going to be taken at the 25 by an up back, trying to get left. And gets a good block, trying to get outside to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45. Jarius Rogers returns it to the Bears 44. A good return from the 25 to the 44. A 19-yard return for the junior Jarius Rogers. Bears take over first and 10, leading by 3 here in the fourth period. Is there a flag? Is there a flag? Yep, right there at the 39. It'll be on the Bears.
It's going to be a block in the back.
Yep.
So we're not going to have nearly as good field position as we thought.
Back to the 29s where they'll take it.
Well, that was way away from the play, fellas.
Yep.
Well,
it usually is way behind it.
There's a lot of discussion going on by 5 of the refs over there. A long discussion. Let's see what the call is. Maybe on Cleveland's backing up. Cleveland's backing up. Maybe on the Raiders. The call is holding on Cleveland.
Oh, my.
On the return?
Oh.
How does that?
You don't see that one very often.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Holding on the return on the kickoff team.
Boy, there are some Cleveland coaches over there looking bewildered at the moment.
Yep.
And that's going to be a huge mark-off from the 45 down to the Cleveland 45. Another great break for the Bears.
And we're bewildered, too.
We don't have an official up here with us this week. And shout out to Joe Cannon, by the way. A little under the weather tonight. Joe, hope you're listening to our broadcast tonight. Need to get you back here, big guy. Here come the Bears at the 46-yard line in Cleveland territory, first and 10. They'll shift Knox Watson to the H-back position. Overload to the left side, hand off to Jay Allen Terry. He hit the middle. He's going to have 5. He's got 10. He's got 15. And he steps out of bounds at the 28-yard line. An 18-yard gain and a first down for the Bears in Cleveland Ford.
Yeah, Jay Allen, a little excitement there. And he's inside the 30, 28-yard line, so 18-yard run by Jay Allen Terry.
Bears quickly hand off to Terry again. Going to hit the left side. He's going to be hit and gain a couple as he falls forward to about the 26 or 7. Let's see where they place it down. We're blocked from view by the Bradley team on this side. I believe it's to the 26.
27, I believe.
27.
That's what they're going to mark him. A yard gain. That was Terry again.
Second and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. The Bears clocked at 8:08 and running. No, he's out of bounds for the place. It stopped at 8:08.
Number 24 for the Raiders shaking up just a little bit on that play, fellas.
Okay. Yep.
And we're in a state now, guys, where even though when I say we're in Grant Haney field goal territory, a field goal won't help much. We need a touchdown.
Here come the Bears. Looking to the sidelines. Walker and Jay Allen Terry in the backfield. A junior and a sophomore. They change the play. They're set again. The snap. Terry on the handoff up the middle. He's going to get out the right side. He's got 25. He's 20, 15, 10. He's a 5, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Deep down there at the 5-yard line. A first and goal for the Bears, and Cleveland Ford at that point.
Yes, baby.
Jay Allen Terry.
He had one good block and then turned on the Jets, and he had one man to beat. He just couldn't beat him. But, man, a 22-yard big run by Jay Allen puts the Bears first and goal at the 5, Gary.
Jay Allen Terry, I'm telling you what, with he and Jackson Wilson You got a double-headed monster in the backfield for the Bears at running back.
Talking about a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. And junior and a sophomore there. Terry's a sophomore. He's in the backfield with Walker. Here's the snap. He'll go to Terry again. He'll hit the middle. He's going to not score, get to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Be stopped, second and go.
Well, didn't have much room that time.
Maybe lost a half a yard. They'll move the sticks back a little bit. Clock's at 7.5 and running.
Yep, it's closer. It's to the 6.
Second and go for the Bears. They really need to punch in for a touchdown here. They lead by 3 at 13-10.
Yeah, it would be a big victory for the Cleveland Raiders if they were to hold for a field goal here. The Bears have to put it in the end zone.
Bears set. Walker with the ball. Hands to Terry. He'll have nothing. No game. Maybe lost another yard. Third and go. That's a dead ball. Yeah. Back at the 7 or 8, he'll lose a yard or 2 yards.
And they're trying up the middle, and Jerry, there is nothing there.
And Jalen Terry coming off the field, taking his gloves off. I don't know if he was hurt or not.
Yep, he was shaking up on that. I don't.
Let's see who will replace him.
About at least 3 Raiders had him covered big time. So where do they put it back to the 8?
Loss of 2, 3rd and 8. Third and goal for the Bears from the 8-yard line. Knox Watson in the backfield now with Walker. He's talking it over to Walker. Are they going to change the play? Big play, 3rd and goal here. And they'll go to Watson, going to the left side. He'll hit the middle. He'll be short down about the 3-yard line. It's going to be 4.
No, it's
at the 8-yard line. 8-yard line. And here comes a field goal attempt again for the Bears. Be their 4th attempt of the night. They've made 2 out of 3.
Boy, this is big. I don't like the fact that the Bears blew it. Of course, they don't either. A great opportunity to put the game back out of reach. And
Haney at the 20-yard line. 30-yard attempt coming up for Grant Haney and the Bears. Dugan set for the snap. There it is. Here's the kick away. It's good. It is high. And is it good? No, they handle it.
They're offsides.
Yep. Who's offsides?
Raiders.
Raiders are offsides. Well, it's still going to be 4th down, but they'll move it down to the 4-yard line, half the distance. They were going to blitz and try to block it. And now Bradley's going to, they're going to line up and go for it maybe.
Yeah, they're half the distance, moved it to the 4?
It's going to be 4th and 4, fellas.
They're probably thinking if we don't get it, we're going to have them way down here with 5:32 to go, 5:42. Clock is now running again.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm in complete agreement.
Walker set with the Bears. Looking to the sideline. They're going to change the play again. Watson in the backfield with Jay Allen Terry and Jackson Wilson both on the sidelines with some kind of injury. Working on Jackson Wilson's ankle.
Jay Allen is in. Jay Allen's in there.
Yeah, sorry. Jay Allen's back in there.
A timeout the Bears need.
They're going to let some clock run off at 5:18. Bears will take a timeout for Tzatziki's, and we'll take a 1-minute break here on the Buzz 101.3 and be back in 60 seconds with a score 13-10. Bears on top. They'll have 4th and 4 on the Cleveland 4 when we return in 1 minute.
Boy.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue dot can love you. Remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue dot can love you. Remember the new love we shared today.
Back here at Bear Stadium with 5:18 in the game. The Bears up 13-10. A big play, 4th down and 4 for the Bears at the Cleveland 4-yard line. We're going to try a field goal. They had a 5-yard penalty and set them up for the Bears. Going to try for it.
And I can't help but believe they're going to have something going to No, they're going for a field goal.
Going for a field goal now. They've changed their tune. So Grant Haney from the 10-yard line will be a 20-yard attempt. Cleveland's offsides the last time we lined up to try this. Here's a snap. That kick, it is high enough, and it is good. Timeout on the field at 5:13. The Bear lead at 6 now at 16-10. We'll be back in 30 seconds with another Bear kickoff. 30 again, yeah.
Well,
that's 3.
Bears defense is going to have to rise to the occasion here. Last 5 minutes.
The last play that broke them on that last drive was a Lambert quarterback keeper. So here comes Grant Haney, who's the man of the hour, with 3 field goals made tonight out of 4 attempts. 5:13 to go in the game. Bears up 16-10. Let's see where we're going to kick it to. It's going to take a step up and a line drive, boot it, be caught and down immediately at the 22-yard line. No attempt to return it as he fell down catching ball. It'll be the Raiders taking over 1st and 10 at their 22-yard line with 5:12 now in the game.
22-yard line.
They'll start the 22-yard line. They had a nice drive, a quick short drive on the first touchdown they scored tonight, their only touchdown. They've kicked a field goal. We've kicked 3 out of 4, so it's been a field goal kind of game. They call it football for a reason, guys. They call it football for a reason. Here come the Raiders. 1st down and 10 at the 16. The handoff in the middle hits the hole. That's Davis. He'll have from the 22, maybe a yard to the 23. Give him 1, 2nd down and 9 coming up. Davis on the carry for the Raiders. Clock's at 4:40 or 53 and running. It will become a factor here. Bradley with 2 timeouts to go. Cleveland with all 3 of theirs here in the second half. They'll split twins out to the right side, single man left. Davis in the backfield with Lambert. In motion, back goes Lambert. Looking, throwing out in the flat's going to be complete.
Nope, incomplete.
Incomplete. Nope, he had it, but he tumbled out of bounds and couldn't control it. That's Zimborski. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 to go for the Raiders. Boy, big play for the Raiders here on offense, for the Bears on defense. If they can hold them and get the ball back, they could drain the clock. The Cleveland fans, boy, we've had a great turnout here tonight. Both teams.
That was Finn Mertens defending Zimborski, and great defense.
He's had a good game so far. Lambert set. Everybody racing out, and a pass out in the flat's going to be complete. And
he's got the first.
He's got the first, I believe. It
was Broadneck.
The 24 to the 31.
Nope, this guy.
He's a yard shy.
Yep.
He's a yard shy. Rodney Broadneck is an outstanding basketball player as well as football. Yeah, 4th and a long yard. You got to go for it if you're Cleveland. You're down 6 points. You may call time to think about this, but I think they got to go for it here.
We'll see it's about 2 yards.
Marty Wheeler says. Yeah, it's 2 yards. They're going to go for it, so here we go. I'd watch for Davis to carry it. Maybe try to make the Bears jump off. Lambert to the sidelines, and there's the timeout. I sort of knew they was going to do that. Sort of knew they would do that. 4:27 to go. Let's take a quick timeout for Tzatziki's. A 30-second timeout here on the Buzz 101.3, where all our games supplied to you by Wholesale Supply Group. We'll be back in 1/2 minute.
Gary, I got a...
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart. See you, only blue dark in love. You remember how the new love was here to stay. Now December, now the love we shared in September. Only blue dark in love. You remember the new love we shared today.
Back here at Bear Stadium at Jimmy Lovell Field, 4:27 in the game, 16-10. Bears on top of the Raiders.
Well, I look for them to use Davis here on short yardage, 2 yards to go. I just don't know which side they're going to pick, left or right.
4th and 2 for Cleveland there.
Of course, they've got
31.
Receivers spread everywhere.
Game is on the line. Here goes the handoff to the end. Oh, he's down, and the Bears have the ball. They stopped it. He slid down, and Davis was brought down, and the Bears will take over on downs at the Cleveland
Knox Watson.
30-yard line, 29-yard line. Knox Watson.
Braxton
Arthur, a young sophomore, junior.
At the 29-yard line. That's big.
Another huge break for the Bears. Brian? We talked at halftime. You talked with Coach Damon. He said it's going to be a game of who can get the breaks in the second half, and they've all gone the Bears' way, basically.
Absolutely, and the Raiders are back on their heels the entire second half, and that play right there was caused by Bear penetration. The running back tried to cut back, lost his footing. He wasn't going to get it anyway.
Yep, he was covered up. Here come the Bears on first 10. You know they're going to run. Jalen Terry takes the handoff on Walker. He will be hit, spins free, but he'll lose a couple of yards. 3-yard loss back to the 32. Cleveland now with 2 timeouts left. Clock's at 4:12. You know the Bears will take all the time they can. They have a 40-second clock on most plays, and they'll look to the sidelines. We'll be under 4 minutes. We're at 4:01, mark 4 minutes. The Bears up 16-10 here in a great game. A tremendous atmosphere here for the Bears and the Raiders. We appreciate both schools coming out and support. It's been a good battle. And the Bears right now with the upper edge and the ball in Cleveland territory to 32. Second down and bad snap for the Bears. And back to cover the ball. And he lost it. Cleveland has it. They pick it up on the run. He's going to take off and has the ball down to the 20-yard line. And Cleveland suddenly is at the Bear. There's a flag, 2 flags. That's going to cost Cleveland 15 right there for celebrating. But a bad snap. And the ball got kicked all the way back. Line of scrimmage was a 31, and it's now at the Bradley 20, and they're going to mark off a penalty here against Cleveland, I believe, for unsportsmanlike conduct as they celebrated. It got kicked back from the quarterback. Then he tried to get on top, and here comes a call. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Cleveland. 15-yard mark off back to the 35. And there's the break Cleveland needed. They're down by 6 with 3:32 in the game.
The absolute one thing that could not happen happened.
It's when you need to go under center, I believe.
Yep, it is. But, you know, how often do they practice going under center?
Well, you need to practice it.
They never do.
That's the thing.
First and 10, Cleveland at the Bear 35.
Sometimes you need it.
And let's see what Cleveland is going to be. Davis, they're going to try to run it down and score late if they can and kick a PAT, but they've got to have a touchdown. They're going to have trips to the left side. Single man right. Clock will not start to the snap of the ball. 3:32 in the game. Lambert set, claps his hands. Hand off to Davis in the middle. He's going to be getting to the left side. He's got 5. He's going to have, then he's picked up and just absolutely picked up and
that was a short
Russell
tackle.
to the ground at the 30-yard line.
Tell you in a minute. Number 8, that's Goree.
Gain of 5, second down and 5 coming up for the Raiders. Clock running at 3:15 in the game. Boy, another heart-wrenching kind of game. Earl, we old people can't handle this.
Yeah, I don't deserve this. Man.
Oh, my goodness.
This is fun, fellas. I'm having a blast.
We're under 3 minutes now. Yeah, you young kids.
Yeah.
The snap. The handoff. No, Lambert on the keeper. Outside to the 30. Trying to get to the first down. He will have it. Steps in out of bounds at about the Bear 29. Yeah, first and 10 the Raiders at the Bear 29.
Only got a yard, but that was enough. To the 29.
Yep, first and 10. He picked up 6 on the play.
Yep.
First and 10 of the Raiders. Clock now at 2:47. He stepped out of bounds, so that stopped the clock. And the clock is a factor. The Bear defense is going to try to hold here. Well, it's 4-down territory for the Raiders, but they have it first and 10 now at the Bear 24.
24.
The snap. And this Lambert sack. He'll lose yards back to the 29. Maybe the 28. It's going to be second down and long. Clock running at 2:27.
And remember, a field goal will not do them any good. They've got to score.
Ball's at the 28-yard line. It's going to be second and 14 after Lambert was sacked. He was going to try to run around that left end again, but Bradley had him wrapped up that time. They may have to pass here. Let's see. Second and 14. Bradley showing signs of blitzing. Now they're going to back up the linebackers. They may come with a blitz yet. Lambert looking to the sidelines. Clock's at 2:28 or 2:08. Lambert back looking under pressure. Going to throw it in the flat. Incomplete. Third down. Third down and 14. Intended for Michael Jordan. Defended that time for the Bears by number 3, and it is Tito Williams. 3rd and 14. And folks, everybody's harsh in the throat right now.
3rd down.
In 2-down territory here now for the Raiders. Clock stopped at 2:01.
I was surveying the crowd here, fellas. There's a lot of fingernail biting going on.
Yeah.
Whew. Tell you what, 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Lambert under center, not under center, but in shotgun. He's back, looking left, throwing left. Ball's going to be complete, but short of the first down. It's going to be 4, down to 17.
Much shorter now.
Broadnax catch it. It's going to be still about 2 yards shy, looks like.
About 4th and 3.
4th and 3. Brian says 4th and 3. Yeah, it's a good 3.
4.
And Cleveland's going to call timeout Bears with 1:41 to go on 4th and 3. 1:41, the Bears take time, and let's take a 30-second timeout for Taziki's here on the Buzz. 101.3, back in a half minute. Bradley Central timeout at 1:41 to go. It'll be Cleveland 4th and 4 at their Bradley 17-yard line, 4th and 4. Bears up 16-10 with 1:41 to go. And guys, we've come down again to a final one play.
And what do you think's on Cleveland's offensive coordinator's mind? Run or pass? 4th and 3
around the end.
Well, they tried to run, but last time, and
you're calling a quarterback.
Davis was stopped
around the end.
Yes, sir.
I think they'll go to Davis somewhere.
From the left hash mark, Twins right side, Twins left side. Lambert probably going to pass here. He'll take the snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He's hit. As he throws. And incomplete. Bradley takes over. Incomplete as Lambert is sacked.
That was number 2 and 19 again.
Smothered as he tried to throw it. Knox Watson, Don Jones. And the Bears will take over 1st and 10 with 1:35 to go at the Bear. Where are they going to put it down at? At the 17. Watson. At the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bears. And Cleveland has 1 timeout remaining. The Bears have 2 with 1:35 to go. Bears may have just burnt one of their timeouts. They're over on the sideline in a huddle.
Gary, was that Knox Watson that got to him?
Yes, we believe it was Knox Watson.
I saw him come around the end, and he was snorting coming out of there. And you talk about getting to him just in time because he almost got that pass off.
Yeah, he did. He already had it on the way.
Time Bears. There's a timeout. Bears do call that timeout. Let's keep it here. You got to remember now, the last time we had it trying to kill the clock, a bad snap set Cleveland up deep in Bradley territory, and Bradley's defense held them.
Why don't we here just take a knee? Well, Cleveland doesn't have that many timeouts.
They've got 1 timeout, I believe.
They got 1.
And so we'd have 3 to keep the clock running.
Get under center, take a knee.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
I think that's what they're talking about,
I don't really think we have to pick up a 1st down here.
No, we don't.
Just hang on to the ball.
And let's see what the call will be for the Bears when they take the field again. You're listening to Mix or Buzz 101.3, or you listen to Mix 104.1, or watching on Mix TV, or watching on the Bear Network, BCHS.TV, through YouTube.
So we're going to start at the 17.
At the 17, where the play originated for Cleveland on that 4th down play. And let's see if Walker goes under center.
No.
He's going to stay in the shotgun. Brady with 2 men in the backfield with Walker, and he'll hand off, and it'll be Jay Ontario, I believe. A gain to the 21, a gain of 4.
No, it's not the 21.
That was Knox Watson.
16.
Oh, I'm sorry, gain to the 16-yard line.
So it's really a loss.
And Cleveland's going to burn their final timeout at 1:28 to go. So we'll take one for Tazikas here. Back in 60 seconds with more live coverage on the Buzz 101.3. Back in 1 minute.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day after day after day.
They could run it down to about 10 or 15 seconds.
Cleveland can't stop it now.
Let's see, that was...
We close, Axel. Should have never taken a minute. 20. They're going to lose yards this time.
Run, clock, run. We just don't have any depth when Jay Allen and Jackson's not in.
Back here at Bradley Central after the timeout. Bradley runs on the 2nd down and 10. They'll lose a couple of yards. Clock is running at 1:08. Cleveland can't stop it. The Bears now need to pick up some yardage here. They're going to have to punt it away or kill some clock. They're going to run that play clock all the way down from 15 where it's at right now for Bradley Concrete. They have a man in. They're going to take a knee here. They have a man in the victory formation back there. Clock's down to 51. Play clock's at 5, 4, 3 under center. He'll take it and kneel down and keep moving until they touch him, and they will touch him with 41 seconds to go. The Bears will have to punt it away.
Still running. Yep. Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yep. 36 seconds to go. 33, 32, 31. Bradley on 4th down.
I don't think they'll have to stop.
They don't have to kick.
Play clock's at 27. No, look at the play clock. 25. They can run it out right here.
I think you can.
They sure can. Game clock's at 18. Play clock's at 17.
16.
Bears going to stand there and watch it, and they're going to win this game tonight by a final of 16-10. They will gather up under center. They're not going to snap the ball.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is over. The Bears have won it again. 16-10. Their 8th consecutive win over the Raiders. Taking place tonight here at Jimmy Lovell Field in Bear Stadium, and the Bears are celebrating. They'll go to 3-0 on the year, 1-0 in region play. Cleveland drops to 1-2 and 0-1 in region play. And what a game we have seen. Another nail-biter tonight as the teams meet in midfield. Good friends, family, neighbors, cousins, whatever. We've seen a great game from both these schools tonight, and they're to be congratulated. And their fan base really came out again. Another huge night for the Bears and the Gate. And Brian will be getting, boys, we're going to take a break. We're going to figure out our play of the game and our player of the game. I can tell you what one of them is going to be, but we'll be back. We'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the Buzz 101.3. Back in 2.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
Very, very happy Bear Stadium, a relieved Bear Stadium. the Bear defense, and here come the Bears to the Bear Nation on the sidelines, which they do to celebrate after the big win here at home before a huge, another monster crowd here at Bear Stadium. The Bears win it 16-10, and we'll go ahead and announce our player of the game is the entire Bradley defensive unit. They were outstanding again tonight, give up only 10 points and come through with some huge plays, including Finn Merton's interception return there that set him up for a score, and then Knox Watson's, we named him the player of the game, or the play of the game was Knox Watson's when he separated the ball from quarterback Lambert.
All right, I'm ready, fellas.
Okay, you got him there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take it away there.
All right, another Crawford Pharmacy sideline report. We are here with Mr. Knox Watson, and I tell you what, Knox, you are representing the defense. We have named the defense the players of the game tonight. That's got to make you happy.
Yeah, that does make me happy. You know, I take great pride in playing defense, and it means a lot here at Bradley. So.
Hey, I tell you what, I want to talk about the play here in a minute, just a second. And I see that smile on your face. Tell me what it means and this was a great ball game. Both teams played their heart out. Tell me what it means to be in this Bradley Cleveland ball game as a senior.
It means a lot, past 8 years now, we haven't lost to them. The crowd's always electric. They always bring good they have a good fan base. They travel really well. We got great fans. It means a lot. There's a lot of tradition and a lot of pride in this game, and it means a lot to both schools.
From early on in the ball game, you could just tell it was going to look like a heavyweight boxing match, because the defense has dominated the entire ball game. And you guys, there was a couple of big plays. Cleveland broke a couple of, but you never faltered, even when they scored on 2 big plays. You came right back, got a huge stop. Talk about your defense as a group and you guys playing together, because playing together is what won this ball game.
Yeah. We take great pride. Our team's built on trust, and relentless pride and honor tradition. So, we take great pride in working together. We spend all week talking about do your job, and everything will take care of itself. We have a saying that our defense goes by, and it's take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves. So that's just what we go by.
How fun was it to beat Cleveland tonight?
Oh, it was great. It's been since I've actually never lost to Cleveland, middle school, high school, so it means a lot beating them again. So
let's throw some love to your teammates. Give me some names here on throw me some lineman names out here on the front.
Our D and Eli Duncan, Don Jones, J.D. Kirkpatrick. They doing their thing on the D line. I couldn't have made the plays that I did. Offensive line, our starting 5 are Bryson Bivens, Jacob Page, Brody Morgan, Luke Keith, and Eugene Peterson. Without them, we couldn't have made those big running plays, big pass plays that we had. So it all starts with them. It means a lot.
That was a huge Cleveland offensive line over there tonight, and the big guys up front, if they don't get their job done, it doesn't allow you linebackers and defensive backs to do your job, does it?
Shoot, I lost my train of thought.
That's all right. The big guys up front, if they don't do their job, you can't do yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's where it starts. Without them, we can't make the plays that we do. So.
All right, hey, go celebrate with your buddies and tell them this was a team award tonight. Congratulations, buddy. All right, fellas, final score, 16-10, Bears over Raiders. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, thank you for a great interview there with Knox Watson, one of the senior captains. Talked to him this morning. He was fired up, ready to play, and he played his heart out tonight and give it everything he could for the final time he will dress up and play against the Cleveland Animal football encounter here. The Bears win it 16-10. The final score again, improving the Bears' record to 3-0 overall, 1-0 in Region 2-6A. Cleveland will drop to 1-2 and 0-1 in Region 2-6A play. Other scores of interest tonight in our region: Maryville leading Farragut 41-14. That's in the fourth quarter play there. Maryville 41, Farragut 14. We also have a score. Bearden 35, Hardin Valley nothing. That has gone final, so Bearden gets a win. Hardin Valley still winless on the season there. That's our region matchups. Ooltewah and Walker Valley 35-6. Walker Valley in a big lead. Fourth period, that is not over yet in that game there as we continue with the Elders Ace Hardware scoreboard. It was Anderson County over Fulton 28-7. That's in the fourth period of play. West beat Knox Hall tonight 35-0. Midway picked up they're leading 14-0 over Oakdale. That's in the third quarter play. Brainerd 14-7 over Kingston in the third quarter play. Campbell County leading Lenore City 20-16 in the third quarter. Chattanooga Central 14, Saudy Daisy 6 in the third quarter. It was Whitwell over Copper Basin at halftime 35-0. East Hamilton 31, Eastridge nothing at the half. Hickson leads Sequoia 28-14 in the fourth quarter. South Pittsburgh 41-0 over Lookout Valley. That's at halftime. South Pittsburgh shut out last week by 41-0. Signal Mountain and McMinn Central at 14-14 in the fourth quarter play. Bledsoe County and Meigs, it's Bledsoe up 7-6 at halftime of that game. Oak Ridge 14-7 over Clinton at halftime. Tellico Plains trailing Polk County. Polk up 30-26. And Earl, if you'll hand Damon your headphones, we'll get a talk from our head coach here. And let me turn his mic back up here. Damon, congratulations on a good win. We named your defense the player of the game as a plural there tonight, a player of the game, and Knox Watson's separation of the ball from Lambert there as a play of the game. And your defense tonight really come through when they had to, and they did over and over for you.
Yeah, you can't say enough about them. You know, we knew coming in this was the kind of the game it was going to be, where it was going to be hard fought. Both teams like to run the football, and obviously they've played good defense, the first 2 weeks, and then I think we've played fairly well at times. So it doesn't surprise me it was like this. Still got to clean some stuff up, obviously, but we had a lot of guys go down tonight, and other guys step up, and so we got to make sure that we get some treatment and get better. But yeah, defense played well. We got to find a way to be more explosive on offense, when people are loading the box on us, and we got to figure some stuff out there.
Well, I think at halftime when Brian talked to you on the field down there, you mentioned the second half is going to be whoever makes mistakes. Cleveland had 3 or 4 huge mistakes they made there that cost them. They set up 2 of our scores, actually, with a short field for the Bears on some poor plays there and everything, and you took advantage of it, and that's what you have to do in a game like this, and we never could pull away. And when we had a bad snap of ourselves and set them up down there, here come your defense again one more time to win the game, really.
Yeah, man, don't even mention that snap. They were just, we were trying to run the clock, and it was just miscommunication. So, but yeah, we pulled her back again. That was, I thought, man, if we lose this game this way, that's not the way we want to lose it. But we got to find a way to be more explosive on offense. And Jackson got banged up again. Jay Allen ran really well. We wanted to take more shots tonight, but the way the game went, it just didn't work out. So hopefully we'll connect on some of those at some point.
2 weeks in a row, very, very emotional, right down to the final snap of the game, really. And once we got the ball, we were able to run the clock out there and take care of the ball without having to punt it away or set them up with possible good field position. But that 6-point lead didn't look very big there late in the game. We had the lead with the field goal. And Grant Haney, again, give him credit, 3 out of 4. And he came through.
He's got to make that one.
Yeah.
And then, when we're on the 5-yard line, I think we were first and goal from the 5. Mm-hmm. We got to find a way to punch it in because that would have closed the game out. And then.
Let me ask you this. We had second down or 4th and 8. Then they had the penalty give us 4th and 4. You call time. We were lined up to kick a field goal. Then you come back out and lined up with 4th and 4 like he's going to run. Then you call time, and then we kicked a field goal. What was your thinking there, I guess?
We were seeing if we may get an easy 5, try to get them to jump, hard count them.
Yeah.
Just because we knew we had timeouts. So they didn't, obviously. I'm sure they talked about it. I don't know. We had to take the points there because we didn't want to give them an opportunity. They got a good kicker. We didn't want to give them an opportunity to come down and tie it up. We said at least they got to score a touchdown to beat us, and fortunately, because they got in field goal range, I guess.
Yeah, they did.
We definitely didn't want to go to overtime.
No. Well, Coach, congratulations. Big win, a region win. Maryville was leading 41-14 in their game, and Bearden manhandled Hardin Valley, I think 29-0, something like that. So 3 region wins, 3 region losses tonight. So you're tied for the top with Maryville and Farragut for the region lead. We're going to take the time off next week, play a non-region game. But we got McMinn County, so we're going to have 3 very emotional games. Our second longest rivalry in the state, our longest rivalry by far, coming here next week for another home encounter. I don't have a final on Ray or McMinn. I have no idea what's going on with them. But
yeah, it's tough, man. I know the kids feel it because I feel it. And, I've put my phone away for 2 weeks. I'm not big on social media anyway, but I have not looked on social media I try to stay off of it and just focus on the game, and it's another week of that. Not that I care to get on there, but it just, it's time consuming, it's very emotional, and this week will be the same way. So I think our kids will respond. I'm not predicting a win or anything, but I think they'll be ready to play. I mean, these guys enjoy playing football, and you can tell that. And that's the cool thing is no matter what results we get, obviously you want to win, but as long as these guys continue to show up and play for each other and give us their all, I can live with the results.
Yep, yeah, you sure can. And those seniors, we talked to this morning, 3 seniors and 2 juniors as captains.
Speaking of Brody Morgan.
Yes.
He went off the field last week hurt. He had a severely sprained ankle, and he said, Coach, there's no way I'm sitting out of this game. And he was in pain, and I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think he missed a play.
Yeah.
But that tells you the kind of kid he is and the kind of leadership we got. So I'm fortunate to be their coach.
He came to the meeting this morning on a radio show in a boot.
Yep.
And I said, well, I guess you're out. And he said, no way will I be out. I said, we've got Cleveland game tonight. I'm not going to miss. I'm a senior. I'm a captain. I'm going to be out there.
Yep.
And he came through it great tonight.
That's awesome.
But, it is. Well, Coach, congratulations
right,
again.
Thanks.
We'll see you next week. Let's get ready for McMinn County.
Yeah. See y'all later.
That's Coach Damon Floyd, and what a happy relief guy he is. The Bears win it 16-10. Let's take a break here, and we'll come back with Earl Stats here on our Jenkins Daily postgame show, and we'll talk again about our player of the game and our play of the game on the Buzz 101.3 of Games supplied to you by Wholesale Supply Group. We'll be back in just 2 minutes and wrap things up here from Bradley Central's Gym Level Field. Back in 2.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Bradley Central begin to wrap things up on our Jenkins Daily post-game show. Earl's going to have a stats minute. One update, we do have now McMinn County all over Ray County, 34-14, a game at McMinn County. And the Bears are going to face McMinn County next week, and they're going to be, 3-0? No, they're going to be, they lost. They're going to be lost to Cleveland 6-3. They're going to be 2-1 coming in here in a non-region game next Friday night at 7 o'clock right here at Jimmy Lovell Field. So, Earl, if you're ready, we'll let you take it away. And, Brian, you got something to say here before Earl gives his stats?
An overview, the line play on both sides. Cleveland, Bradley, offensive lines, defensive lines. They didn't give an inch tonight on either side, and that was the reason for very, very few big plays along the way. Now, there were some big plays, but it just it was a really good ball game from start to finish. Penalties were at a minimum.
Yep.
We had a couple of big turnovers now. That the one turnover almost put the Bears in harm's way right there, and that gave another gray hair to Coach Floyd. But the Bear defense, when you had to come up big in crunch time, and they came up big. And I was talking to Knox Watson there in the interview. And when you mentioned the whole team as a defense, his face just lit up. And they were the difference in the ball game tonight.
That's what Damon said there. The defense came through again. They've played really good all year. And we need a good effort out of them next week when McMinn County. Earl, if you'll take it away for Remember Me, give us our post-game stats. Their score, the final again, 16-10. The Bears winning over Cleveland. Another nail-biter.
It was as close, Gary, as the score indicated. 16-10, the Bears over the Raiders, and the stats were equally pretty even. In the first downs department, the Bears ended up with 11, and the Cleveland Raiders had 10. In the rushing department, the Bears had a total of 34 rush attempts, 135 yards gained. The Raiders had 36 rush attempts, 145 yards gained, so 10 yards difference in the rushing yardage. The Bears made up just about all of that in the passing department. In the passing, quarterback Alex Walker for the Bears was 10 for 13. That was excellent. But he also threw 2 more interceptions. He's got to work on that. He's just a youngster starting 3 games this year, but I'm sure that Coach Floyd and the staff's going to tell him that 3 and 4 interceptions per game is not acceptable. But 90 yards through the air gained for the Bears. 10 for 13, 2 interceptions, 90 yards. And the Raiders, behind the throwing of quarterback Drew Lambert, 7 out of 20. He had 1 pass picked off, that by Fins Mertens in the defensive secondary for the Bears. A total of 81 yards, 7 out of 20 for the Raiders. 81 yards, had 1 pass intercepted. 1 fumble against the Bears. They lost that one late there. That really put the Bears in a hole. The Raiders had 1 fumble, did not lose it. 1 punt for the Bears, 35 yards on that kick. 3 punts, a 34-yard kicking average for the Blue Raiders. 4 penalties against the Bears for the evening, 40 yards. We can live with that. 6 penalties against the Raiders, 49 yards. Individually rushing, Jackson Wilson, both Jackson and J. Allen Terry were shaken up throughout the evening. J. Allen came back. Wilson didn't play much in the 4th quarter, but Jackson Wilson was still the workhorse. 22 carries, 74 yards. Not a Jackson Wilson type night, but a lot of that was really tough yardage that tried for the Bears to keep the clock running and the chains moving. J. Allen Terry, another good night, 12 rush attempts, 64 yards. So the 1-2 punch there came through for the Bears offensively. And Isaiah Davis was the rushing leader for the night for the Blue Raiders. He had 18 carries for a total of 97 yards. And recapping the scoring after a 3-3 deadlock on 2 field goals at halftime, Grant Haney a 36-yarder and Bennett Smith a 30-yarder. We were tied just like we were at the start of the game, 3-3 at halftime. In the 3rd quarter, J. Allen Terry scored on a 10-yard run. Grant Haney added the extra point. That was on a break after the Fins Mertens pass interception gave the Bears a short field. They covered 22 yards in 6 plays and went up at the 7:03 mark of the 3rd quarter, 10-3. Grant Haney would extend the lead early 4th quarter with 9:30 to go in the ball game with a 31-yard field goal, and the Bears led early 4th quarter 13-3. And then midway the 4th quarter, Isaiah Davis, just 4 plays later after the Haney field goal, brought them back on a 58-yard drive. Isaiah Davis taking it the final 21 yards. Bennett Smith added the extra point, and we knew we were in for a 4th quarter finish, just like last week against Walker Valley. 13-10 at that point, 8:43 left in the ball game, and finally, the Bears got a break on a 4th down defensive play that I starred, 4th down and 3 from the Bears' 14-yard line. And obviously a field goal would not do them any good whatsoever. They had to pick up the first down, and they needed a touchdown, and the defense just came through and hit Drew Lambert as he was trying to make a desperation pass on 4th and 3. Knox Watson put intense pressure on, and of course the defense then picked up our staff here as the players of the game, and that particular play with just a couple of minute plus to go in the ball game was the play of the game. Gary?
Yeah, the Dell Heating and Air player of the game was Mr. Knox Watson, a senior defensive player, and you heard him earlier as our player of the game there. And our play of the game, brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy, was, of course, the entire Bradley defense. Medical Center Pharmacy has all of your vaccinations as well as COVID testing. MedicalCenterRx.com and North Ocoee Street in Cleveland. So it's been a great night. The Bears win at 16-10. We'll be right back here again at Bear Stadium next week for a non-region game against McMinn County. The Cherokees are routing Ray 34-14 in the third quarter, and a surprising score for a lot of us, I believe, there. But they're going to win that game, looks like, on the reservation there in McMinn County. They'll be here next Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. Join us on the Buzz 101.3, live at 5:30. We'll also have it on Bear Network, VCHS.TV, as we had tonight. We hope you enjoyed the telecast and the radio broadcast.
So one more quick thing, what you and I were talking about prior to the game. Since we resumed the shutdown period of that 8-year period, 93 through 2000, the Bears and the Raiders have met now 22 times in the 2000s. The Raiders extended a good winning streak there and won 8 straight after we resumed play in the early 2000s. And, of course, this win tonight, now the Bears have won 8 straight.
That's right.
And the 6 games in the middle have been divided exactly 3-3. That's how intense and close this series is.
It's been a great series, and we'll renew it again next year over at Cleveland High School's Raider Field. For Earl, for Brian Grisham, for Axel Rupiza back at the station, doing a great job again for us tonight. This is Gary Oma saying so long until next week. We will have the kickoff at 7, pregame at 5:30 here on the Buzz 101.3. Until then, God bless and go Bears!